Welcome to the course, The Impactful Communicator. I am super happy and excited to have you here, to be here to do this course and become an impactful communicator, because that is the objective of this course and program. Before we even jump into the program, here's what I feel impact means, right? If you've been able to make people pause a little, listen, think, and act differently because of what you have said to them, then you've created impact. No matter how small or how big, impact is impact. And I feel that if you have been able to create impact at a small scale, you can do a lot more. Even if you haven't done this before, every one of us can create impact when we speak. And this course is here to help you do just that. We give you everything that you need to become impactful communicators. But here's the catch. Having this course is not enough to make you impactful. You are going to have to take the effort and work on it. Communication is just like any other skill. It needs time, it needs effort, and it needs practice. It needs implementation. You need to work on it for it to work for you. And if you are ready to work on your communication, then this course is everything that you need to become impactful. So let's see how this course is going to help you. We will be starting off with goal setting, a completely different approach to goal setting, specifically to help you become impactful communicators. Irrespective of where you're starting, you will know how you can move ahead. The next module is going to help you start thinking like an impactful communicator and become confident inside out. The BVS model is what you need for effectiveness and impact, and it goes on to our body, our voice, and our speech to help you bring all of this. And the speech model specifically has your craft and deliver framework, which is what you're here for. That one framework that is going to help you speak effectively and create impact, irrespective of where you are, whom you're speaking to, what the situation is, and what you have to say. So this is a module you do not want to miss. We move on and take all of this and see how this is going to help us become more impactful, enhance the impact wherever we go. And then finally, not just the content, but you also go off with amazing action plans that you can then go ahead and start using to become impactful. That was a very short overview of this course. And as you can see, this course has everything. I have ensured that whatever you need is covered. The first one is don't just watch, but actually do it. I don't believe in learning just for the sake of learning. Implementation is key. So don't just watch the course and watch the videos and think that it's going to make a difference. No, you actually need to do it. With every module, there is definitely action that you can take, activities that you can try to get better. And I would highly suggest doing those activities, doing those tasks, because it's definitely going to help you. The next thing, and very importantly, don't try to do everything in one go. It's not about learning everything and then saying my next speech is going to be impactful. No, it's about taking it slowly, working on yourself one thing at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. And in doing so, you will become impactful. But don't go about it all at once. Step it up, stack it up, slowly keep improving. Slow improvements. Trust me, that's what you need. And when you do take those steps, give it your best shot. Confidence comes from you going and doing your best, absolute best, and knowing that there's always going to be some learning. Whatever happens, take the learning from it and focus on getting better. Focus on improving every single time. And that's how you're going to become an impactful communicator. This is what I apply to every new thing that I learn. This is what I do with my clients as well. And this is the approach that I would suggest you to follow as well. It never fails, always helps you progress and makes you better. And with that, I'm going to end this by saying happy learning and doing. Both are equally important. So go ahead, get started with this course. Keep doing this course as many times as is required, but definitely go through it once, get to the action plan, and then whenever required, you can always come back to the parts of the course where you want to revisit and redo. I'm hoping you are as excited as I am right now to start working on this course. So I will not take more of your time and I will let you get right into it. Welcome to our video on goal setting. Now, goal setting is an important aspect. Whenever you're trying to learn something new, I feel it is important that you set the right kind of goals so that you have a vision, you know where you're trying to go, and you have a plan that will help you get there. So, goals and plans go hand in hand. And this video is going to help you set the right kind of goals when it comes to impactful communication. The way we do goal setting is going to be a little bit different from what normal goal setting usually is. And I'm going to take you through this entire process. I hope you enjoy this. This is going to be a great starting point for you, and all the other modules and everything that you learn is just going to help you get where you want to go. Now, I believe that every single one of us can become impactful communicators. Now, I'm not just saying this on a whim. I actually believe this because this is something that you can work on. It is not a stroke of luck, or it is not just something you are born with. This is a skill that you can absolutely work on, which means that there is an impactful communicator inside you waiting to come out and do an amazing job. So let's first understand, what is that vision? Who do you want to become? What is that goal that you have in your mind when we talk about impactful communication? Now, everyone's version of an impactful communicator will be different. You might see yourself as a speaker on a stage in a huge auditorium in front of a lot of people, or you might see yourself in a small room with a smaller group of people having a good conversation, or it could be in a meeting in a conference room with powerful conversation that are changing the way your company, your organization works, or sitting across the table from your client and having a brilliant discussion. Your version of impactful communication could be any of these, or even something completely different. When I ask you, what is that vision that comes to your mind, that dream, that goal that you have, that you would love to do this one day? This is what you envision you as a speaker doing. What does that vision look like? What are you doing? Where are you standing? What situation is it? How are you speaking? Who are you speaking to? What are you talking about? Think about that vision. Think about that goal, because it's all about dreaming big. It's all about figuring out what is it that I really want to do. And when you know that, it becomes easier to figure out how we are going to get there. You can take a few minutes, visualize the entire piece, or you can use the couple of prompts that we have given in the workbook to try and maybe write about that vision of yours as well. Have fun with this, because that is what it's all about. You believing in the possibility that you can become an impactful communicator, setting yourself that vision, giving yourself that little bit of dream, that goal, that this is where you want to get. This is who you want to become. Once you have this in place, I would love to know. I have heard so many different versions of this, everyone telling me their vision, what do they want to do, how do they want to speak, where do they want to speak. So many amazing things I've heard, but I would also love to know, what is your vision? What is it that you're doing when you are that impactful communicator? Do let me know in the comments. I'm just waiting to hear from you. Once you have that vision, once you know who it is that you want to become, the next thing is to understand where we are currently at, so that we are able to figure out how can we get there. Understanding your current level does not mean telling, oh, I'm not like this, I'm not like this, I can't do this, I don't know if I can do that, I won't be able to do that. It's not about getting into that aspect. It's about actually understanding where you stand and what are the things that you need to cross so that you can get to that vision. To help you with that, we are going to talk about our 4 levels of communication, beginning with the first level, fluent. Now, fluency, what does it mean? Fluency is you being able to share your thoughts in a well structured manner to anybody. It's you being able to speak as much as you can continuously for a few minutes and getting into that flow. When you're able to do this in the language that you are trying to communicate in, and most of the time it is English, when you're able to do this continuously for a long period of time, share your message, that is fluency. Fluency means that you are able to speak English effectively, get your message across using your own words, not not just having learned or by hearted it from somewhere. Now, being fluent does not mean being confident. Confidence is the level where you feel ready to share your information to others, everything that you think, that your ideas, your thoughts, you are able to share confidently. Being able to confidently share something is a very, very important aspect of getting to impactful communication. So, fluency and then working on confidence. So, do you feel confident most of the time or in all situations that you speak? Or is this something that holds you back at certain places, in certain situations, in front of certain people? How confident do you feel on a regular basis when you have to speak? Fluent and confident does not mean always effective. Effective means you are able to convey the message effectively to the person who's listening to you, not only through your words, but also the way you speak, the way you look at them, your body and your voice, being in complete control of all this and being able to effectively share that message so your audience knows what is it that you're trying to convey. So, how effective do you feel on a regular basis? Are you able to effectively share your message in all situations, whether it is impromptu, whether it is prepared, whether you've had time to work on it, whether you've had no time to work on it, or is it in front of certain kind of people? Irrespective of the situation, are you still effectively able to get your message across? That is our third level. And finally, impactful. Just because we are effective doesn't mean we are always impactful. Impactful means the ability to create a little bit of impact in our audience. When your audience listens to you, they connect with you, they take decisions based on what you say, and they are highly influenced by you, that is when you've created impact. Now, again, are you able to create impact in every situation? How much impact are you able to create with your audience in every situation? All of these things come together, and there you have our 4 levels of communication. Now, this is where we want to take a step and figure out where is it that we stand currently across these 4 levels and what are these areas that we need to work on. Now, it does not mean that you need to get 100% fluent before you start working on confidence, or you have to get 100% confident before you try to become effective and impactful. Nothing of that sort. We need to understand what is that area that needs our focus right now. We need to understand what is the gap. We have our vision and we need to know where is it that we currently stand. What are those areas that we need to work on? Which one to prioritize so that we can start working towards our vision? And for this, we need to find our levels. We need to find the gap. So what I have for you here is a questionnaire that is basically rating yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 on certain statements that will help you understand how fluent, how confident, how effective, or how impactful you feel in any situation. Once you have done the questionnaire, there is also a small key that will help you figure out what areas you need to focus on right now. While you're answering the questions, you will automatically also know that this is an area that highly needs work. Doing this small questionnaire is going to help you figure out exactly where you stand as of today. So go ahead, pause the video right now, open the workbook, do the questionnaire, figure out all those levels, and then you can get back. By now, you should have absolute clarity on your vision, on your goals, and then also where you currently stand and what are going to be your key areas of focus. Is it confidence, effectiveness, or impactfulness? And when you have that clarity, we are now ready to set our goals. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, this goal setting is going to be slightly different. We are going to come up with our goal components first, and then using these goal components, we are going to write our goal statement. It is a very easy process, but you will have to find time to work on this. Let's get started with our goal components first. So the first goal component is the problem. What are all the different problems that you find yourself facing whenever you need to speak? Now, it can be any kind of problem. It could be related to the way you think, the way you feel, the way you speak, or whatever you're trying to say, or others' reactions. Whatever the problem that holds you back from speaking is the one that I would love for you to make a note of. Once you have listed any and all problems that you face, we move on to the next component, which is situation. What do I mean by situation? All the different situations that you are facing these problems in and you want to fix. These are the situations where you want to get better at. So go ahead and list down all those different situations. It could be meetings, it could be conversations, it could be going on video, it could be anything that you can think of in your life that you need to get better at. Those are the ones that you want to list down. Once you have your problems and your situations in place, the third component we will work on is our outcomes. Now, outcome is essentially the opposite of your problem. What you want to do once you are done resolving this problem. What should you be able to do? So go ahead and list out all the different outcomes that you want to achieve. Now, to help you write down these goal components, you can also go back to the questionnaire that you filled and see where you have rated yourself a little low. Bring back those components. You can make use of those to populate your table, and you can also take a look at the samples that are there in the workbook to help you write as many as you can. Using these three goal components, we are now going to make our goal statement. We are going to now create the goal statement using our outcome, situation, and problem, putting all of these three together and creating that statement that is going to tell us exactly what are the things that we are going to start working on. Now, this goal statement framework that you see here is based off all the statements that my clients have written over the years. Let me give you an example. I speak confidently in my conversations without worrying or feeling stressed. It's very simple, and it is also a great way to tell yourself this is what you need to do. And once you slowly overcome this, you can put a tick mark and you're done with this goal. You move on to the next one. So what you want to do is take all your problems, situations, and outcomes and create a list of goal statements for yourself. Another example: I speak calmly and confidently in my meetings without worrying about getting stuck. Here are a few more examples of goal statements, and you will find more of these in your workbook. So go ahead and start creating your own goal statements. Having a list of goal statements means you can then come back once you have practiced, once you have implemented everything that you're going to learn in this course. You can come back and start ticking off these goals because you will be able to do all of these goals that you set for yourself. Now, don't worry that it's one, it's two, there are too many of them. Don't worry about that. We will work on an action plan that is going to slowly help you start ticking all of these. Now you have your vision ready, you know your current level, you know your focus areas, you also have your goal statements, and based on all of this, we are now going to take our next steps. Identifying our communication levels helps us understand what should be our areas of focus. Now, it could be fluency, it could be confidence, effectiveness, or impact. Based on whatever is your priority, we are going to figure out what are our next steps. If fluency is something that you really need to work on, then I would highly recommend getting a coach to help you with this. The reason why I'm saying this is fluency involves working on your sentence structure, working on literal translation, ensuring that you are framing sentences well in English. So basically, you need to work on your spoken English, and it would be really helpful for you to get a coach for this particular aspect. If your priority area is confidence because you feel that that is what needs a lot of work initially, then the module that you need to concentrate on in this course is Think Like an Impactful Communicator. This module has everything that you need to work on your confidence level. Now, if you don't feel that confidence is something you need to really work on, I will still suggest you take a look at this module because this will actually help you look at confidence differently and change the way you start speaking going forward. If you are feeling fluent and you're confident but you want to work on becoming more effective, then the BVS model is where you need to head to. In that, you are going to learn how your body, your voice, and your speech all come together and help you become an effective speaker. Once you work on becoming confident and effective, the last step is becoming impactful. And for that, the module Be Impactful will help you with every step from customizing your speeches to enhancing impact and taking it to the next level. You have everything you need in that module. So there you go. Everything you need to help you with all your levels of communication, wherever you need to focus on, you have it all here in this course. Now it's time for the interesting part. To help you navigate this course better, to get an understanding of different aspects and see how you can apply it in your situation, to give you a lot of amazing examples that you can relate to in a much better way, we are going to do a little bit of storytelling. I have been training for a long time now, and I know that each and every person is different, their challenges are different, their goals are different, and the situations that they work on are different. And keeping all that in mind, I have created a few friends who are going to take this journey with you. The reason I've created these friends for you is so that you might be able to relate to their problems, their challenges, and how they are actually going to navigate this entire aspect and become impactful communicators. I hope this gives you enough examples of how you can apply it in your own life. Having said that, let's meet our friends. The first person who's going to be joining you on this journey is Sarah. Sarah is a young freelance writer who loves to write, who has a passion for writing, and she decided to take this passion and become her own boss, run her own business where she gets to work with clients of her choice and write the things that she loves to, that she enjoys, all while enjoying the freedom that comes with freelancing. Sarah's vision or goal is to be able to land high ticket, amazing clients, her dream clients for her writing job. She wants to write for the best businesses and the best people out there, and her vision is to ensure that she lands those amazing clients through her calls, through her content, the way she speaks, and ultimately deliver amazing services. Her vision also includes going on social media, speaking to people, sharing her love for writing, and connecting with other writers out there, and building a brand for herself. Your next friend is Raj, and he is a tech lead and has been working in an amazing organization for more than 5 years now. He loves his job and absolutely enjoys the work he gets to do on a daily basis. His vision is to become a charismatic leader, the kind of leader who influences people, who is recognized for his work, who is considered as an expert in his area, who is rewarded and also respected by everyone in the organization. He wishes to influence and make a lot of change using his insights, his expertise, and his ideas, and make a difference in his organization. And finally, your third friend is Ria, a marketing coach. After years of working in the marketing industry herself, Ria decided to share her knowledge, experience, and expertise with other folks, and that's when she started her coaching business. Her goal is to share her marketing knowledge with as many people as possible and stand out among the number of coaches out there and be known as the go-to person for marketing. So now that you have met your friends and you know what their goals are, let's take a look at where they currently stand. Sarah really wants to land amazing dream clients. However, where she's facing a challenge is that she finds it extremely difficult to speak up in her calls, in her sales conversations with clients. She finds that she's lacking confidence, and because of that, it affects the way she speaks, the way she shares her information. The client does not have a lot of confidence because her speech is so choppy and she's just not able to get the right thing out. So this is where Sarah stands at currently. Her fluency is good because she writes well, so she definitely knows how to speak well. However, her confidence seems to be at an absolute low. She rarely feels effective because her confidence ends up messing with her speech. And finally, she rarely is able to land good clients and therefore wonders how is it that she's going to become a successful freelancer. Though Raj dreams of becoming this charismatic leader, currently he is unable to speak up when it comes to his meetings. He's unable to share his ideas because he's constantly worrying about being judged or making mistakes, and in general does not feel very effective in his message communication. He's able to speak well and share his message. His confidence is somewhat good. It definitely needs improvement because he's worried about what people think, and though he's sharing his message and is effective at times, he realizes he's not able to do that in every situation, and rarely does he feel that he's able to create an impact with his clients and with his co-workers. Ria has been working for years and therefore her fluency is amazing and she's doing well in her sessions. However, she feels that she is not as effective as she could be. She realizes that her sessions are not as engaging and interactive, and her clients seem to be overwhelmed a lot by the information that she is providing. She feels that she's able to create impact at times with her experience and expertise, but finds it difficult to constantly go out there and showcase herself as an expert. Now, our friends know their levels of communication and where they need to focus on. Therefore, they have set their goals in such a way. Sarah's goal is to speak easily and showcase her expertise in all her discovery and sales calls without any fear. Raj wants to share his thoughts and ideas effectively in work conversations instead of worrying about judgment. Ria wants to conduct engaging and interesting sessions to a large audience confidently and create impact. As you can see, their areas of improvement are very different from each other, and so are their goals. Sarah chooses to work on her confidence, whereas Raj wants to work more on being effective in his message delivery, and Ria wants to work on being more impactful in her sessions. Similarly, you can do this for yourself as well. Now, I hope that these examples help you understand how you can take your vision, your communication levels, and your goal statements and start working on becoming impactful. By now, your goal statements should be ready. You should know exactly what you're going to focus on, and I would love to know what is it that you're going to do in the comments below. With this, we are done with our goal setting module, and in the next module, we are going to work on our confidence by thinking like an impactful communicator. And I will see you there.